This is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed human.
Hey, everybody. The official Big Bang Theory podcast is back, covering seasons 3 and 4 of the show. Each week, host Jessica Radloff speaks with crew and cast members like Kunal Nair, Mayim Bialik, and Kevin Sussman. Hear about the Easter eggs you may have missed, behind-the-scenes stories, and how certain real-life relationships shaped some of the most memorable storylines. Watch the official Big Bang Theory podcast on HBO Max or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, and welcome to The Short Stuff. I'm Charles. Wait, I'm Josh. There's Charles.
Wow.
This is off to a good start already. This is Short Stuff. Jerry's here too. Yada, yada. Let's go.
All right. This is about the POW Olympics. Mm-hmm. We're going to hop in the old Wayback Machine and go back to 1944.
Ooh.
In Woltenberg in western Poland, where Polish military officers were being held captive as POWs by the Nazis, but the Nazis were like, hey, be glad you're here because it's not so bad. We treat you guys pretty well. We adhere to the Geneva Convention for the most part. And if you'll notice, there are no death chambers and things like that here. You've got an orchestra. You're taking classes. Treat us well after the war because I think I see where this whole thing's headed.
Yeah, did you say that the POWs were all officers?
I did.
Okay, so that was why this POW camp was called Auflage 2C. Auflage is derived from a German word. I think it might be slang for an officer's prison camp.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Great Escape.
Okay, sure.
Remember, they had it pretty easy in that camp.
Right. So, yeah, I think there were a lot of political reasons why they were taking it easy on them and following the Geneva Convention. But doesn't it just feel dirty to give the Nazis credit for anything?
No, for sure. But I think it was one of those cases where I wasn't really joking when I said they were like, hey, remember this after the war. Because they were trying to set themselves up for being treated okay after the war and also to draw comparisons to, at the time, Russian prison camps and saying, like, they're the really bad ones. This one isn't so bad, specifically here in Poland. So
part of that was allowing an Olympic Games to be held at Waldenberg. It was a POW Olympics that was organized and carried out in cooperation with the German captors that were supposed to be in London and then got canceled. And then popped up again at the Waldenberg POW camp.
Yeah, I doubt if the real Olympic Games people knew about it. Although you never know.
You never know.
I mean, we know about it, so.
Well, I know that the Chinese held a 1952 POW Olympics at a camp in Korea, in North Korea, with Korean war captives as a huge propaganda coup. Like, they kept records, they followed the IOC instructions to a T, and they let the world know about it. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Nazis told people that this was going on as a PR thing. Yeah.
And since we're talking about other POW Olympics, got to talk about 1940 because they were supposed to be in Tokyo. World War II was just getting cranking up there. So they moved it to Helsinki, Finland, and then they canceled those altogether. And there was a German POW camp in Langwasser, Germany, that had they called it the International Prisoner of War Games. But that one was a little bit different. That one was in secret. There would have been penalties by the German captors for holding that Olympics. So somehow they managed to pull off a secret Olympics.
Amazing.
In 1940. Yeah.
I guess the captors just thought they were watching a basketball game or something like that.
Yeah, maybe. And that weird Olympic flag with the rings was, I don't know, just for fun.
Yeah. Let's take a break, Chuck.
All right, let's do it.
Learning things with Chuck and Chuck. Learning all the things. Stuff you should know.
Hey, everybody. We're here to talk to you about Wayfair, who believes that spaces should be functional, they should be comfortable, they should be well-designed. and they can be well designed by you with their help.
Your updated space should feel more comfortable, inviting, and practical for everyday use. And we're talking about outdoor seating. We're talking about grills. We're talking about major appliances. If you need storage solutions, Wayfair can help you out. Patio lighting, rugs, decor. It is your one-stop shop for home.
Yeah. I mean, it's getting nice out, so it's time to think about living outdoors for the next few months. And Wayfair knows that outdoor furniture, it's heavy, it's intimidating to assemble. So Wayfair has stepped in and said, we're going to handle the hard part so you don't have to.
That's right. You can shop Wayfair Verified, your shortcut to the good stuff. And that means their team of product specialists are going to vet everything by hand using a 10-point inspection, testing things like, quality materials, functionality, and features, and even how long it takes to build that piece of furniture. And the overall experience save time, reduce hassle, and improved convenience.
Patio season is here, and these deals won't last. So head to wayfair.com right now to get your outdoor space ready for way less. That's WAYFAIR.com.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Dell PCs with Intel Inside are built for the moments that matter, for the moments you plan and the ones you don't. Built for the busy days that turn into all-night study sessions, the moment you're working from a cafe and realize every outlet's taken.
Yeah, the times you're deep in your flow and the absolute last thing you need is an auto update throwing off your momentum. That's why Dell builds tech that adapts to the way you actually work. Built with a long-lasting battery so you're not scrambling for the closest outlet, and built-in intelligence that makes updates around your schedule, not in the middle of it.
That's right. They don't build tech just for tech's sake. They build it for you. Find technology built for the way you work at Dell.com/Dell PCs. Built for you.
All right. So, we've now covered very quickly 2 POW Olympic Games. But we're going to go back to the one in 1944 in Oldenburg because they, like you said, had the permission of the Nazis to do this. And it was it kind of became one of those stories of the war, kind of like the Christmas where the ceasefire happened on Christmas
the Christmas
Eve.
truce.
And they got together. It sort of has that air about it.
Man, that's just such an amazing story.
It was.
So yeah, they are probably the most famous. Longwasser and Oldenburg are about the most famous of all of the POW games. So we know the most about them. In Waldenburg's, they had a bunch of different events. Like they really kind of followed the Olympics at the time to a T. There was soccer, aka football, handball, basketball, track and field. But there were some events that they're like, we're going to draw the line at that because we don't trust you still. This is a POW camp.
Yeah, it's pretty funny, of course. They were like, maybe nothing where you shoot an arrow. So archery was out. They said maybe nothing where you hold a sword. So fencing was out. And
what
then
about
they
a
said,
spear?
while we're at it, let's get rid of the javelin. Because I imagine that would not feel good in the chest. And it seems to me that practicing for pole vaulting is just another way of saying practicing for getting over that fence over there.
Right. Tough to slip it past them while you're having an Olympics. They also had to say no boxing, not because there was any, they were worried about it, or getting beaten up, I guess, by the boxers. They were worried about the boxers killing one another because they were, again, even though they were officers, these were held in POW camps. And so the boxers were essentially too frail to box. It was just too dangerous for the boxers.
Yeah. And we can't not mention the great World War II soccer film Victory with Sylvester Stallone and Michael Caine and Pele.
Pele was in it?
Pele was in it.
Neat. What year was this?
This is in the 80s, but it told the story of a soccer match that was held between the Nazis and the POWs, but there was an escape plan at halftime where they were to bust out. They had people digging in, and then we're going to bust into the locker room and get them out. And I'm not going to spoil it, but let's just say they are faced at halftime with the choice: do we escape during this game, or do we go back on that field and try and beat the Nazis at soccer?
You escape. It's unequivocal.
Great movie. One of the great sports movies.
It sounds like it was remade as The Longest Yard. Isn't that kind of like the plot of that too?
I mean, no, it wasn't like a remake, but The Longest Yard was the Burt Reynolds football movie about prison, a
and
prison
Adam
football
Sandler.
game. Yeah, well, then remade again by Adam Sandler. But I don't think there was an escape thing in The Longest Yard, was there?
That's what I thought. That's why I said that. I thought there might be, but maybe I just put that in there to entertain myself because I was bored.
It's been thanks a lot. Appreciate that.
No. I mean, with the movie, not with your anecdote.
Oh, okay. No, I don't think there was, unless I'm wrong. I think The Longest Yard was just about a football game, but I may be wrong. It's been a minute.
Okay, well, this conversation's boring. Let's move on.
Stallone plays the goalkeeper.
Does he really?
In case you're wondering. Yeah.
Does he take one in the face?
Well, they had to teach him. He wasn't very good at it, but they needed him on the escape team.
Mm-hmm.
So he was not the most gifted goalkeeper, but they had Pele. And they had all these other English football stars from the time that I didn't know about. But my friend Justin's like, oh, that was Bobby something, and whatever.
I hadn't realized Pele had been a POW.
Oh, my God. Will you just stop?
Well, wait a minute. Before we stop, we have to say that in addition to those like basketball, handball, track and field, that kind of stuff, they actually held cultural events as part of the Olympic competitions at Waldenberg in 1944 for things like sculpture and painting and chess. And you would just normally think like, okay, they were just trying to round some stuff out. Maybe they were trying to replace the javelin event with something else. So they came up with chess. No. From 1912 to 1952, the Olympics awarded 151 medals to original works in the fine arts. Like you could go see a sculpture exhibit and a long jump competition in the same place, maybe even during that 50 years or 40 years.
You can see a sculpture battle.
A sculpt off.
Yeah, I had no idea. So that was sort of my big takeaway out of this whole thing was that they actually, for 4 decades, gave out Olympic medals in the arts. Yeah. So cool.
It is very cool. It was a surprising little factoid that I had not expected to learn from this one.
Yeah, that and that Pele was a POW in 1983 or whatever.
Right. So hats off to everybody who participated in Olympics and POW camps. It is kind of a triumph of the human spirit. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Like the purest form of Olympic competition.
That's right.
And I guess since Chuck is agreeing with me, then we should just go ahead and say the short stuff is out.
Stuff You Should Know is a production of iHeartRadio. For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.